of all, I want to say thank you. And because my mama has always been a giver. She is one who would not, accept a thank you. She would just wave it off and say, it's okay, I'm doing it for you. So, just to start this, what I'm about to celebrate with you, which is her life, I would want to really make the point that while she is still here, she's physically with us, that she gets the thank you. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Mahirap po because I came here last, I arrived in LA last Saturday. And we were going to pull a surprise. You can see we have a big banner there which was created by the family of my in Canada, si Cordy and Cherry and yung pala kami ang surpresa. It's by the 5th day of August. Something happened to her. By the way, ang tinatawag niya sa ulan nito is Gracia. So I guess she's just with us again, she's acknowledging that that's okay. Let it rain, let it be rain, and that's okay. So, first of all, to start with, this is not, let me take off what you said, Reverend Hank, this is God welcoming her back. So this is really a celebration of her life, and that is what I will speak about through my brothers and sisters here and through her grandchildren over here. But when I got back from, when I first came to the house and greeted her, Project 4, she saw me, and there was something peculiar about the how she approached me. Kasi it was the tightest hug that I have ever had from her. And she wouldn't really hug me because normally she would be sitting and I would initiate the action. But this time, it was a very mahigpit yung hawak niya. So sabi ko, lumalakas niya pa si Mama. She was ill, She was ill. But that must have meant something, and eventually it's probably why it led to what we have here right now. So anyway, that was one of the signs there which I did not particularly heed, but that was okay. So days went on, and it happened. It was a sudden cardiac arrest, and she decided to leave us, which was her choice anyway. She's been praying for, I think, the past 10 years, 10 taon, that kung Diyos ko, kung tatanggalin po, alis na po ako, make it quick, make it fast, huwag na yung pahirapan ang aking mga anak, aking mga apo, and everyone else who are here. So she is a person of faith and prayer, and God did listen to her. So that's what happened. So, for example, kasi I contemplated on how to eulogize, or should we say now, to celebrate her life. I was thinking last night, what would I say? So it dawned on me that it's better to speak with all my brothers and sisters and have them contribute what the contribution of my mama was to them individually. Okay? Pero kung ang mama ko po ngayon mag-a-apply ng trabaho, kasi she's very humble, Kunyari, call center, Of course, hindi na siya takangipin sa call center. 89 years old. Siguro, ang resume niya would contain only 2 things. Mother and teacher. If she was a teacher, she would graduate from the National Teachers College, and she taught. And then mother. Mother lang. Unang good mother, great mother. happy mother. Okay, so our job today with my brothers and sisters is to add to that resume, hopefully, and acknowledge what she has done for us individually. So she is, for me, let me start with what I have experienced from her. And this was very early on when I was about 10 or 11. We were growing up poor, very poor actually. And we didn't have enough money, but we would have dinner. We would sit on the dinner table at night. And there was this one night where we were all eating. I was hungry, and all my brothers and sisters were eating. Nasa mesa na kami lahat. And then she was giving us food, and my father was there too. And then towards the middle of the dinner, I just realized this after about 20 years later. Because at that time, I was just like a kid, gutom na ako, so I'm just going to eat my food, di ba? So, I realized then, wala siyang kinakain. So what she did was, kainin ko na yung mga anak niya. If anything first. And then that was motherhood for her. That was how she defined being a mother. Di bali na siya, mauna-muna yung mga anak niya. And I think that has been the case with all my brothers and sisters. I spoke to them individually today. Kasi nung midnight ko lang ginagawa yung speech, hindi ko alam na sabihin ko. So, siguro sabi niya sa akin, tanongin mo na lang lahat ng mga kapatid. Okay, so, sino bang sisimulan natin? Ito po, Dr. Ramsabal. He is now a very good teacher. He's the, how was your title? Ano yung title mo siya? But he taught for long. Yes, lecture and he does reviews, but he has a passion for teaching. And he had an encounter with my mama very early on when he was growing up. He saw my mom who was teaching, and she was laboring and toiling at doing a lesson plan and checking papers and all this stuff. And Junior asked her, Ma, you know, hindi ko yata magagawa yung ginagawa niya because so much sacrifice and work is to complete one job. And all she did in all her infinite wisdom was to just give him a smile. Walang sinabi, just tumawa lang. And I think June realized that later in his life, what that really meant. It wasn't to defend what she was doing. She didn't have to justify anything. She just did what she had to do because, for one thing, she loved to do it. And that was her role, and she accepted it. And sabi ni June, that was it. That was a very profound experience for me. She will give anything to everyone. It's not just us, the family here, but to anyone who touches her life, who comes to her. Yung mga nagbibig mo sa bahay, and all our relatives or cousins, distant cousins, she will always be there to help them. The same is true with, you know, my brother here, Ferdy, nag-Eulogy high school. Nakatutok sa kanya, but she did never, you know, castigated him. She was just supportive. And took about 2 years, but she was patient supporting him until he finally got through high school and to his education. So now he's in Canada. The same with Hazel, but probably the most, I don't know how to say it, but this is Elmer. This involves Elmer, I think you know him through Fanny here. Because when Elmer got very sick very early on in his, he was about in high school. Yeah, late teens. And it was an autoimmune disease, so he can't just cure it with an aspirin or an antibiotic. So there was a point when he was at the lung center, I think this was in 1982, and he needed medication very badly, otherwise his life would be in peril. His life would be in peril. So, walang pera si Mama. I think he had, all the money he had was to buy for the little ampule which they would add to the IV. Okay? Now this was in 1980s, very early on. And at that time, yung pinakamalapit na butika was about, this was, you know where the lung center is? This is way beyond past EDSA. But because she did not have any money, and she had to give that medicine to my brother, she walked. She walked to the butika and back, so that she can provide and not spend for any taxi or any bus or any jeepney or tricycle. So she could provide Elmer that particular drug. This was at 3 a.m. in the morning. This is the umaga. She did that for her son. So if I mean, how do you find a life? Like, how do you define a life like that? I mean, it's all. Reverend, you were talking about a saint. Santo po ba? I mean, maybe not a saint, maybe she can't be canonized because she never went through the process. But she was all about sharing and giving. Also, she is all inclusive, very inclusive. Lahat ng mga in-laws niya, from Gigi here, and Fanny here, and Sherry, back with Fanny here, she would always introduce her to may bisita as her anak. Anak, you know, you are included, you could come with us, you know. Anak ko rin ito. And then, asawa ni Elmer, they are my children. So that's just the life she lived. That's just the life she lived. And she will never write that in her resume. She will never do that. She will be humble and simple as she is, because that's the life that she wants to live. And hopefully, and I think she will succeed, hopefully, because she is a teacher, she would have imparted this in each and every one of us, his sons and daughters, and even those people who he has touched and interacted with over the years, and he has helped. So, yan po ang aking mama, ang kanilang lola, ang kanilang auntie, and I think she is very happy now that she was complete, I think, about 2 months ago. I think she knew that everything was okay with all of my brothers and sisters and all of us, that we can move on and carry on her work, or should I say maybe mission. So, again, that's all I want to say right now. So, again, because you're here, thank you again. Thank you for being here tonight to celebrate the life of my